And you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects of the various techniques of our team. Beth was the Ijaw country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at the government college, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some camp, you don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. There are the lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet. We are at the Parliament building in Munich, and I'm very happy to meet people who work in this very prestigious and old building that is contributing a lot towards development in Munich. Statues at the old Maximilian Library of Homer, Pythagoras, Sophocles, Demosthenes, Augustus and Cicero. A picture of 1916 parliamentarians. Hello?
Hello?
What's your name?
Verena Moore.
What is the line of duty you do here?
I'm a consultant to the politicians who work for the Green fraction here in the Parliament, and my duty is to help them with questions in the educational field. So about schools, universities and adult education. That's mainly what I'm doing. So I'm not a politician myself. I'm just...
You work with every political party?
Yeah, no, just with the Greens. I'm just here for every member of parliament who works for the Green, and they can come and ask me questions, and especially I work with those who are the ones who are doing the debates in the educational field, for the educational politicians of the Greens.
If I may ask you something, could you tell me some of these debates that have been going on and the most pertinent issues now affecting the educational sector as of now?
Yeah, one subject that is all over the parliaments in Germany is that the education fields do not get enough money to have enough teachers. So you have a lot of subjects in schools that are missing. There's a lot of pressure on the students, and they do not have enough teachers to help them. So if you have a large classrooms with large amounts of students, the students do not get the attention from the teachers they need. And so all over Germany, the parliaments are fighting for more teachers in schools. This is a big topic, and what the Greens also are trying to do is to reform the school system. So you have a lot of debate on what is the right decision, what school system do we need in the future. And we have a very old school system in Germany, so we are the ones fighting for a modern one.
What about the language factor? It seems like a lot of people are not speaking German even though they're in Germany, and probably maybe the teaching of German out of Germany, probably in Africa and so on, is shrinking. Do you do some work that is related to that?
That German is being taught in other countries?
Yeah.
This is not what the parliament, well, since the parliament is doing only Bavarian business, this is more what the parliament in Berlin would take care of. We have there a fraction of the of the government who is taking care of that. So this is not so much the business that Bavaria would take care of. Perhaps they should, but it's not the tradition in Germany. It's more a topic.
Hierarchical structures.
Yeah, it's a structure that you only deal with Bavarian topics. But what I personally think is that the Bavarian school system also is not ready enough for globalization. We only speak English, and we learn that in the class of 5, also with the pupils learn it with 12. That is too late. and it's only one language they learn early. They should learn at least 3. If you speak English, you probably speak the language of your own country well, and we all should also speak a 3rd language, I think. And, the European Union has decided that Europe is in 3 languages.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. You're in charge of law. What's your name, please?
Ulrich Kensch.
What are the legal issues, the pertinent legal issues that are affecting this area now?
An important topic is the debate about the rights for the police and the other security institutions, and there are a lot of the conservatives want that the police and the state and the authorities get more possibilities and more rights, and the Green Party is fighting for the rights for the citizens and the freedom rights, the civil rights. So there's a conflict.
So what are the difficulties you face as a worker here in terms of like in implementing your duty to ensure that the rights that the people need and are guaranteed?
The main difficulty is that we are in the minority, and the Conservative Party has a very a very big majority.
The conference room with a fresco by Engelbert Sebast. These paintings were intended to supplement a cycle of bursts which once extended along the whole length of the northern and southern covered walks as in a Hall of Fame. Today, a historical painting by Philip Foltz, The Revelation of Frederick Barbarossa by Henry the Lion, now hangs somewhere around the halls of this beautiful place, the Landtag building in München.
It's like a word play. It says rebuild Bavarian's future. So it means, but in German is rebuild. Bilden is like to educate. So you have a double sense in it. You have we build, like we construct, and we educate the future of Bavaria. You see that we want to start the education. We want to better the education very, very soon. You see in kindergarten already, because that's where you have to start to educate, to put the measures already.
And it's interesting that the pictures of the kids that are there are colorful. There's a black kid there, which means there's some kind of intercultural aspect as to the vision.
Yeah, of course. In Munich, you have a lot of migrational people living here, so of course we take this into account as well very strong, because you have a lot of Turkish people here. If you look into the schools, many of the children, there's already schools with Turkish as well as language, so they can, because some of them they don't learn either German in the school nor Turkish at home, so the parents cannot help them with the
writing,
with the homework, because they don't know German, so they're in between and they're like
a little bit confused.
And so here we are trying to push all of that, because it's all qualifications for later on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer. Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. There are lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.